It won't be long before the whole world goes into stress. Me reading stuff, Robyn O'Neill. That's from the song called Hashtag by The Game on the new Documentary 2 album. It won't be long before the whole world goes into stress. How you doing? Welcome to Monday. Welcome to your new week, everybody. You okay? I just ate a banana. I have a thing with bananas. I know I bring it up. I eat a banana first thing every day. It's the first thing in my mouth every day. First thing I eat. But guess what? I kind of hate them. I've eaten a banana every day for 20 years. First thing every morning, and I kind of think they're the most disgusting things on the planet. Yet I just keep eating them. I don't know what's wrong with me. That's not okay. They're just a good base. What do you want from me? So listen, my email inbox is looking great. I am checking it once a day only, and every day, no matter what, I get that thing down to 0. So congratulations to me, and congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Did you know one time I heard this story about this guy who had an art show, and there was this one other character in the art world in this city, I'm not going to name the city, who was just an asshole to everyone. And it was like a week after my friend, let's just call him Gary, even though that's not his name. Gary had an opening, and a week later he saw that asshole guy. And the asshole comes up to Gary and says, "Hey, I wanted to say, congratulations." And Gary goes, "Thanks. Thank you." And he goes, "Yeah, congratulations on your show." And Gary again goes, "Yeah, thank you. That's really nice. I'm glad you saw it." And he's like, "No, pay attention. I'm not finishing the word congratulations. I say congratulations because that's only half the word, and I only liked half of your show." So I've always loved that. As it's a funny story. And actually, even though that guy's an asshole, that's a pretty great way to compliment someone and diss them at the same time. So this is really all I have to report, that my email's looking good, because I've just been working in my studio day in, day out, which for me is total bliss, as I'm sure I've explained before. So I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Today we're going to be reading someone very special. Her name is Stephanie Goehring. Remember last week when I kept saying Goehring and I admitted I didn't know? Well, Stephanie got back with me. I now know to pronounce her name as Goehring, just like caring. And guess who is caring? Stephanie, because she's the one who gave me a list of some incredible female poets. But the more I kept looking at all the poets she was sending me, I kept falling back into looking at Stephanie's website, which, by the way, is stephaniegoehring.com. That's Stephanie, StephanieGoehring.com. I will link it in the description of this podcast so you can easily visit. Anyway, so she kind of overshadowed even some of these incredible poets who I loved, and I wanted to read her poetry. She didn't ask me to do this. This was my idea because I really fell in love with a lot of what she does. So the first one I'm going to read is an untitled poem from poolpoetry.com. You don't wake up in a field. You aren't naked. Nothing you can see is bleeding. If there are headlights, they don't touch you. You will say nothing to no one, but to yourself say maybe. Maybe this isn't where it begins, which is the middle, because in the beginning, everyone wakes naked in a field, holding a phone they can't remember how to use, a picture of someone they look just like, a bloody handkerchief, or a slip of paper with some inscrutable message. I put it in my bathroom so I wouldn't lose it. Or, I'll call because I don't know what she looks like. Or, I meant to get a picture of everyone when they were here. You aren't naked. This isn't a field. What is in your hands doesn't need to be deciphered. But you do need to purchase it. Here's a short one that Stephanie gave me, a yet unpublished. She's still working on it. This is an in-progress manuscript that she let me read through. This one is called, the manuscript is called Who Took This Selfie? And the poem is Self-Portrait on Yahoo Answers. You want to know what love is? Here, drink this beer while taking a piss. And let's do one more if I have time. This is self-portrait as Craigslist ad for a fun afternoon. Pick a card, any card. Throw it in the trash can that everyone else seems to take things out of. Don't you want to gouge all the seasons and roll in the goo? Don't you ever just want to make a balloon animal for your dentist? I mean, how else can you say I'm sorry to someone who puts their hands inside your mouth, but with a helium fat dog, fish, or pony that will one day, at a point no one knows, maybe when you finally start flossing, pop an excruciating, boring song and then get thrown away. Let's go buy 19 decks of cards, fold them into 1,000 paper brains. We can use the 12 cards left over to make a jury to watch them hang. Or maybe we should drag all the pots and pans onto the floor, record ourselves whacking them with spoons, clapping and crying. We can call the album Do-Wop, Do-Wah, Do Your Laundry Tomorrow. I bet we can go on tour in that broken down van behind the library. You know, the one no one has even bothered to graffiti, unless you count the lone bumper sticker that's had its meaning torn away. We could push it down the street to our favorite bar until we're sweating, stagger inside and tell everyone the show's over. I'll meet a girl, a striking one, leaning up against the jukebox, with an expression stupid men on the sidewalk would call unhappy. I want to ask her favorite book, what she thinks about swimming, stick my hands in her pockets, give her my change so she can make musical decisions for me. All the ashtrays in here are full of salt and bloody knuckles, carpet fibers, bottle caps, and self-addressed stamped envelopes. I want to take a bath in a crosswalk. I want to fill my arms with potatoes and tell everyone their pocket watches. Look at all of the time we could be taking a knife to and peeling single, magnificent curls we could tape to our walls and ceilings. But we're dancing in a room full of people photographing table etchings until she takes out her keys and carves her initials next to something obscene. And I think back to the day we met, how it wasn't love, but a stunning. That there could be in this world, in this room, a person to see who you want to never stop seeing, a reason to photograph furniture, peel potatoes, break your watch, hug jukeboxes, go swimming, read books, sweat, and graffiti until all you can do is bang your kitchenware together, apologize to people who do what you ask for, and stick your hand in the teeming garbage to take your card back. Stephanie Goehring. Thank you, Stephanie. And if you're in Texas, specifically Austin, this Friday, October 23rd at 7 p.m. at a place called Malvern Books, it's going to be poetry and prose from young women writers, a reading, and Stephanie will be there reading. So you have to go to that. I have a lot of listeners in Austin. I bet you guys didn't know that. I know exactly who's listening to me. I know exactly where you are. Shout out to Wichita, Kansas and Harvester Arts because that's where my most downloads come from. Hey, girls. All right, so there's also going to be free ice cream from Amy's at Malvern Books this Friday night. Go check out Stephanie. Please, you will not be sorry. I myself can always be found at my website, which I've never plugged, RobynO'Neill.com, or on Twitter and Instagram, ROBYN_ONEIL. So I'm just doing my thing, guys. If you have any friends who like poetry or literature, point them in this direction. I'd love to meet them. I think everyone's doing a great job today. Keep it up. And I truly, emphatically want you all to know that I love you and I think you're wonderful. And I like the way you work it. And I'll talk to you again on Thursday. Take care.